Today, 1 year ago, I finally made it to yoga. Hi, I'm Renton, and this is my awesome health journey. Wow, a year ago. I don't know why I thought it was in August. It just hit my mind mostly because um, I thought I had to have waited longer than just over 2 weeks to miss the founder's price. I think that was it. But that's what made me even extra mad out now that I remember that um, I had a chance. I was going to do it, but I waited too long, and that too long was just over 2 weeks. And father. And that lollygagging cost me money. But overall, yoga has been worth it. So you might be asking yourself, Brett, um, actually, yourself, Brett. I don't know why you call yourself Brett. Asking you, if you've been watching my videos, you're probably asking the question to me in your head. That makes more sense. Brett, do you like yoga yet? And the answer is no. I don't feel this addiction to yoga that people talk about or this love of yoga. I don't feel this like high from yoga. I don't feel this like change in my body. I really suck at the breathing part of yoga. And to be honest, I still don't really like it. I got to the point where I don't hate it as much. Don't actively dislike it as much. Um, I like going because, honestly, the people make a big deal about it. There's just, the yoga teachers are so freaking pleasant, and I like being around them, and that helps me going. It helps me want to go and the people who go to yoga are also pretty nice. For the most part, everyone's nice to me, which is helpful. And, we can have dumb little small talk every once in a while, and you make some people that you have small talk every once in a while, and you say, hi, how's it going? And that's nice. That's one thing I do miss about going to the office is those random connections, even if they're small, and having that in another place is nice. And yeah, so I like that part of it, and I love leaving. It's funny. Orange Theory asked this question: "What's your favorite part of Orange Theory?" My favorite part of Orange Theory is leaving because I'm happy with what I did, and I'm proud of myself, and I know I improved myself. And yoga is the same way. I love leaving yoga. In fact, there's almost no better feeling of leaving yoga because you're after staying in those strong poses and stretching as well. I just feel loose, especially with that hot. It's not hot yoga, which is like 120 something degrees, but it's like 95 to 100 generally in the ones I do. And it feels so good. And also getting that sweat on, like sweating for a long time and just drinking electrolytes while sweating, I always feel kind of refreshed. I like the feeling of leaving yoga. That's a fun feeling. It's just doing it is hard. I'm still when I started, I was 370 pounds, and that's really hard to do a downward dog. Now I'm 330, maybe in my 20s. That's still hard to do a downward dog. For a while, I tried to do three-legged dog with my leg up and tried to do it. And once I was able to do it, I don't do that anymore because that really hurts my shoulders. My shoulders are still bad from college when I blew them out. Probably should still get that checked and see if how they're healed. But you're probably wondering also, have I improved? And I can say I'm very happy with my yoga results. My hips are a lot better. Combination of yoga and personal training and stretching at home, which is actually one of the things I really wanted to accomplish by going to yoga. By going to yoga once and now twice a week, I really wanted to do the moves and think of how much this sucks that I'm not flexible. And so I will just stretch more throughout my day. I'll remember to stretch when quick stretch in the shower, quick stretch when I get out of the shower. When I'm walking by a wall, just do a couple of hip flexor stretches. I started doing my personal training stretches that he had me do before my physical therapy. Yeah, physical therapy, not personal training. I started doing that before every Orange Theory because I do need to stretch more. I do need to do more with my hips, and I'm just learning more of how to reduce pain in my hips. And a lot of that is because of yoga. Because honestly, I didn't think that I could be in less hip pain. I thought that was just the way life is, especially how many family members I've had in my life that's had hip surgery, which I think are 3. And to be honest, my hips feel so much better, and yoga is a big part of that. My right ankle is healed since I've started yoga, and I think yoga is a part of that, getting more strength. They don't really talk, they talk a lot about flexibility and posing, but one thing maybe they do talk about it, but it's not one of the reasons why I want to do yoga is the poses, and which is helping the stabilizer muscles. When you're in your 40s, which I am, and 50s, you really want to keep those muscles up because that's what keeps you from falling in your 60s and 70s, and that's how you hurt yourself. You fall down and break your hip. And my stabilizer muscles are stronger. A lot of things are stronger. I'm not great at going from, downward dog to like folding position, getting onto the top of the mat, but I'm better at it. I'm just better at a lot of things. And I do like the improvements that I've seen in my body as I've done yoga. And it's different enough from what I do in Orange Theory that it complements it really well. My only kind of worry is maybe I am overdoing working out because of doing both yoga and Orange Theory and having technically no days off, but Copilot thinks it's fine. When I ask it if I'm overworking my body, but I still have days where I take off because, doctor's appointments and stuff. And if I don't feel good, I'll take some Orange Theory days off. I always make sure to check in my body because I think that's very important because rest is a huge part of it. And the Vinyasa yoga is actually decently difficult, especially when they do a lot of hip things. I also notice I'm cussing a lot less. My hips don't lie, and that's where I keep all my cuss words. But I am noticed I'm cussing less. I'm hoping giving the yoga teacher, especially the Wednesday one on Dirty Looks, because the Sunday one they do the same exercises every week, which I do enjoy as well. I like both of them. I like having variety, and I like having something that's the same every week, and both of them just tickle another part of my brain. But yeah, overall, I am very happy that I joined yoga a year ago. It has helped my body a lot. It's helped me become in less pain a lot. My hips feel so much. I can't tell you how much better my hips feel. I didn't know my hips could not be in pain. I thought that was just my life now. I thought every morning I woke up and my hips hurt. Every morning. And I just thought that was life, that I would just feel a little pain in my hips. And now I don't generally feel pain unless I do something that induces pain, like a hip flexor stretch. But yeah, so overall, I'm happy I'm doing with yoga. I look forward to seeing, hopefully, 2027, I can make a video about doing 2 years in yoga. And maybe I'll talk about being able to do a lotus pose, or being able to go down in vinyasana, from downward dog to upward dog in one motion. That's actually one of my goals, and I really hope I'll get it by next year. So anyways, thank you for watching this video. I love you for who you are. And if you're curious, it's BeYoga in Renton. And they are great, and I highly recommend them. And as always, you are worthy.